You have always been involved with the U.S. military. You have songs about the military. Just a couple weeks ago when you were in West Virginia, you took the time to go over to the VA hospital and meet with the troops, and that's something you've always taken the time to do. And I know you've done tours overseas and all that stuff and everything. Why? What's your connection, and why is it so important to you?
I started early on in my career. Got an opportunity to go do a USO show overseas, and then I was hooked, from that moment on. And the first time that I ever went, before I went, we were doing a show. This was the weirdest show. It was Wayne Newton, us, and ZZ Top.
Sounds like a good time, honestly.
Wayne Newton, Trace Adkins, ZZ Top.
It was the weirdest. Yeah, it was the weirdest lineup.
Need that reunion tour.
Yeah.
So I got to talk to Wayne Newton because, he was USO guy after Bob Hope. He kind of took over for years and years. And so I got to ask him, what should I expect? I'm about to go do my first USO tour. And he said, expect to feel guilty when you come home.
Yeah.
And that's all he said, I said, you senile old, But then he was right. I didn't realize until I got home what he was talking about. You go over there and you play for these men and women, and you try to give them all you have, but then you just leave feeling guilty and for me it was because it felt like they gave me more than I gave them, and that's always been the case. All the stuff that I do with veterans organizations or the USO, active military folks playing bases, I tell people all the time, don't pat me on the back too hard, because it's a selfish endeavor on my part. If you have an opportunity to associate with or hang out with heroes, you should do that because it's good for you and it's a lot of fun. And
I imagine with somebody with a celebrity status like you in the country music game, the military is known for busting balls a little bit. It brings you back down to earth whenever you get to hang out with some of the younger troops, because they're kind of giving it to you a little bit.
Oh yeah. I had some Marines actually threatened to cut my ponytail off, and I knew there was nothing I was going to be able to do about it. If they wanted to cut it off, they could have cut it off, But fortunately for me, they just started laughing and said,
He'll let you get away.
Yeah,
that would be a headline I would love to read. Marines cut Trace Adkins' ponytail off.